Good morning and welcome to Going to Work with Gena, which is an infomercial for STEM students. I am Dr. Gena Henderson. And STEM students, I'm always talking about the scholarship programs that are in Seminole County to help high school students get to college. And today I have with me a very special person. Her name is Alicia Brundage.
Yes, ma'am.
And she was my mentee, a Take Stock in Children program. I was her mentor. She was my mentee. And something very good happened to Alicia her senior year. And that's because she went to the Infinite Scholarship seminar that was actually being held at Sanford Civic Center. And from there, I'm going to let Alicia tell us what happened at Sanford Civic Center that time.
Okay, so I went to the Sanford Civic Center simply just to go. I heard about it through the grapevine, and I went, and Clark Atlanta University was there, and I went and I talked to the man. He was amazing. He's like, here's my phone number. He actually gave me his personal phone number because he was so interested in me and me going to Clark Atlanta. So he gave me his personal phone number, told me to fill out the application. I called him. I filled out the application that same day. I called him a week later. I get an acceptance letter. I have a scholarship from this opportunity, and all of a sudden I'm going to school out of state at Clark Atlanta University. I am a first generation college student, so I had no idea how I was going to pay for college, how I was going to end up there, but I knew I definitely wanted to go to college. So this program was the best thing that could have happened to me, and I thank God for the opportunity every day.
All right, so students, when I say you are to visit the Civic Center on the Thursday before Martin Luther King weekend, so you could take part of the Infinite Scholars Program, that is just what I mean, because it does wonderful things like that it did for Alicia.
Right, yes,
And
ma'am.
those things can actually happen to you, okay? So now let's get into some of the AUC.
AUC life.
Alicia has done just marvelous things since she's been there. I remember just going through my feed on Instagram, and all of a sudden I see Alicia with a sash and a crown. I'm like, oh my God, this girl went to school and got a sash and a crown. Girl, how did you get that sash and a crown?
So I am the 2019-2020 Miss Genuine for Clark Atlanta University. I had to run for a pageant, of course. This opportunity has made me into basically the woman I am today, because you have to carry yourself with great poise all the time. Everyone's always looking up to you to do things, and it really creates a very much, you feel a sense of confidence. Your confidence is definitely boosted being a queen on campus and knowing that you really have that impact on the other students.
So what's your major in college?
Mass media arts with a concentration in radio, television, and film. I'm looking to be a television personnel show host. I do interviewing, and I actually have an internship now with Radar, which is a media company that's underneath the Warner Brothers.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's talk about Alicia when I first met her. So in this Take Stock in Children program, you meet the student as a freshman, and you're to follow that student throughout their high school, until they graduate. So Alicia was one of those people who I met, and I guess she was so shy to me. I basically every week had to pull everything out of her, and for her to tell me that she's going into mass communication with a concentration, I'm like, oh really? So Alicia, what is it that you think many college students or high school students they really may not know about college? Like, one of the things that you saw me every day as your mentor.
Right.
And so I feel that most students like yourself who are in high school, they need to be able to put their hand on someone so they can aspire, to be great.
Right.
Let's just say to be great. And so I know, like, you were so shy, and every week I had to pull everything out of you, literally. I literally had to make you talk. But I understand that a lot of those things has to do with your environment. But now that you've surpassed all of that, what would you want to give? What advice would you give to high school students today?
The best piece of advice I could give to a high schooler is definitely go off to college. You're not going to find out who you are truly internally until you go off to college and find out who you really are. A lot of us grow up in households, and I am a first generation college student, so I'm not saying that you are who your parents want you to be, but you can't figure out who you truly are until you actually step out of your comfort zone. You meet new people. I also encourage studying abroad. Studying abroad is the best thing ever, because you really need to experience the different cultures, the different people, and you need to be able to mesh with every race, every ethnicity that there is. So I definitely would encourage just going off to college. It doesn't have to be a big college. It doesn't have to be out of state, but try to figure out who you are on your own. Try to stand up on your own 2 feet and really get comfortable with who you are as a person. You can find out so much about yourself.
Well, all right. So this is Miss Alicia Brundage, and we just want to thank you for going to work with Gena this morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
And if you have any other questions or you want to go and look at any of the previous information regarding going to work with Gena, please do. Thank you.
Thank you.